the holes that go down the highway. There's 3 in a row go right down the highway. And he tees her up, and he sets it up. He hits her right out over that highway and hits him a big cut right back in the fairway.
This brings up an interesting question for y'all. Do you think technology is amazing, right? We're able to dial in numbers like never before.
Right.
But do you think to a detriment that technology can actually hurt a player's development too early if you introduce it too early into the game?
I mean, I do. I was thinking about that earlier today when I was thinking about coming, and that's one thing I did want to talk about is I don't think you should be fitted till you're finished growing.
Sure.
Know what your golf swing does. It's hard for you guys to fit someone that doesn't have a consistent swing. So, just get a junior set and go through the process and learn how to hit the ball, learn how to manipulate the ball. And then when you become a good player or you're going to play competitive golf, even in high school at that time, hey, maybe that's time, to get a set that fits you and you can manipulate the ball a little more, be a little more consistent. But, for a while, till you're a 10 handicapper or something, it's not going to matter.
Enjoy the game.
Yeah, enjoy the game.
For sure. And
biggest thing is learn how to chip and putt, because if you can chip and putt, you can play golf.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
that's where you win and lose.
Sure.
And putting it, no doubt.
And I've always been curious about that because you guys have seen it firsthand being on the Foresight bays. We can dial it in down to the tee.
Yeah.
And I think there's a point where too early in the game, I'm not talking about once you're maybe a college player or an adult, but too early in the game, you can get their mind thinking about things that they probably don't need to be thinking about right away.
Yeah.
Well, and listen, Dub and Rick were both phenomenal athletes. We'll get into that in a minute. It wasn't just golf for these two, by the way. Okay. But you guys are real close with the Escamilla family.
Yes.
Right? And so right before Austin took off for Rice, he came by, we looked at some stuff, and I told Austin, looked him right in the eye, and I said, Austin, you hear me on this. I don't care if you listen to anything else I've ever said in my life. You listen to this. When you get down there, throw that TrackMan in the trash. I don't want you sitting there looking at numbers all day.
Right.
Okay? You need to play, you need to get the experience, you need to get out there and compete. And if you start worrying about those numbers they're just numbers. If you start worrying about those too much, you'll start moving backwards, not forwards.
Exactly.
You're trying to control too many elements at that point. Just let it be what it is. Now, there's times we need to look at the numbers.
Yes,
sure.
Right? Especially with a better player. There's times we need to look at the numbers. But if that's what you're counting on to play well, right, that these numbers are all matched up all the time, sometimes it's better. The cure-all is to just go play it out, right?
Exactly.
Go figure it out, because sometimes we get so stuck on that number, it leads us to a move that's not advantageous, right?
I mean,
leads us to some
that's what we
things.
talk about too. Is we've lost the art of the game.
Yeah.
There's still an art to the game of golf.
Could
It's
not agree
just-
more.
Yeah.
Just not.
Could
mechanical.
not agree more.
Is it Harvey Pinnock's Little Red Book of Golf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a, my dad bought that for me when I was like 5.
Yeah.
And we everywhere we went, he said, keep this with you. And it's the art of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Lower, longer, baby.
Yeah. The art of the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's another thing that's done. You don't find many Lee Trevinos anymore.
Right.
You don't see a guy that walks out there, and I happen to have the opportunity to caddy in the group with him at Odessa Country Club back years ago, the year before he won the U.S. Open for the first time. And we're on the holes that go down the highway. There's 3 in a row go right down the highway. And he tees her up, and he sets it up, and he hits her right out over that highway and hits him a big cut right back in the fairway. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
You don't see people move the ball around. One, because technology won't let you. That ball won't spin that much anymore, and it won't turn like it used to. But that was the art of the game.